peeps. This is the Sunday Gibberer on Saturday the 14th of February, Valentine's Day. That's my gift to Mrs. Gibberer. Leave the house for a couple of hours. She'll be forever grateful. So, which camera do you want to watch through at the moment? This one, or this one, or this one, or this one? Say g'day to the newest member of the team, the GoPro Hero 13, looking back at us, the cockpit camera, so I can talk to you. We can look face to face. I took this little setup out last week, and old Hero 13, I lost a file, and I'm thinking it overheated. Apparently these new whiz-bang 13s overheat. So we'll see. Let's find out. So what's going on? Oi, easy. Oh, I'm getting a little excited. I haven't been on the bike for a couple of weeks, or a week. I'll talk it up, mate. Today is all about roadcraft. Had a little incident in Yass when I was there a couple of weeks ago, and a bit of muscle memory, as you can see in this vid right now. That vehicle, I don't think they even looked. I didn't even see who was driving. But I've reviewed this one several times and thinking, what did I do wrong? I was in the right-hand side of the lane. Sunday morning, poor old mate just didn't wipe the sleep out of his or her eyes. I just kept going. There's no point stopping and carrying on like a pork chop. So, I thought we'd do a little vid today called Roadcraft. What works for me. Now, I'm no motorcycle teacher, but all of us who ride out there have little techniques we've been taught, things that we practice, and that particular vid I just showed you then was I practice a lot of this business, swerving. I pick those reflectors on the road in my street when I go home. There's about 8 of them down the street, and I practice. Let's do it on this one. So just that, swerving if there was a pothole. If there was a pothole, or a dead bloody wombat in the middle of the road. It's pretty easy when you're going slow, but once your speed gets up a bit, it's not as easy to flick the old around the old pothole type thing, you know. So you just practice it. Good one's to go down to a car park with some cones and just swerve them. Let's do the old M. There you go. See? Flick him over. Avoiding that car in Yass was pure muscle memory. And a bit of luck. It's always a bit of luck in it. So, that's number one thing that I practice. Everyone knows the slamming on the brakes. Find an open road and just slam on the brakes, get a feel for your distances. I ride around town keeping my distance from the cars in front as you would in a motor vehicle, no different on the motorcycle, but more so on the bike. If there's a fair bit of traffic and a dead animal in the middle of the road, you don't see it until you're on it. So give yourself enough gap between the vehicle in front. I've always found that to be helpful. The other thing that I do, and there's a couple of strange ones, when you first start riding and you get a bit nervous and you think, oh, this could be the day. I personally, the more confidence I got, the scarier I got. Because I thought, Jesus, don't get overconfident. Have a bit of faith in your ability and your training. But if you ever have negative thoughts, you ever get negative thoughts, so here's a good old front brake test. That leads me to, I'll just interject, this video right here. Now, watch old mate in the middle lane here. Watch old mate, and watch what I do. I slam on the brakes and stop. Now, the reason I was able to do that was I always consistently check my mirrors non-stop when I'm riding. I'd like to know who's behind me every 5 to 10 seconds, maybe more. It's not about looking for popo, maybe, but it's more about wanting to know who's around me all the time. If I have to do a quick swerve into another lane, I'm comfortable. On this particular occasion, I knew there was no one behind me, so I was able to slam on the brakes and wait for old mate to make up his mind as to whether he wanted to go to the Dinosaur Museum or the pub across the road. Either way, he was going to turn in front of me. End of story. Yes, negative thoughts. Oi, let's go. Negative thoughts. You're having one of those days where you're just not being too positive. I just say to myself, not today. I'm going to have a great ride today. I'm going to come across no pelicans. Today could be the day where I ride off a cliff. No, not today. Not today. That sounds crazy, but that's what works for me. Not today. And when I ride tomorrow, I'll say, not today as well. Today is not the day things go catastrophically wrong. The power of positive thought, peeps. Use that one in all facets of life. Not today. Today is going to be the best ride I've ever had in my life. The instructor at, this lady instructor I had at Stay Upright, when I did my licence, got my licence some 10, 12 years ago on the bike, she said, when you get home, ask yourself, how good a ride was that? Did you do everything right? Were all your gear changes good? Did you ride like a person who wants to stay alive, or did you ride like a pelican? Tempting fate. The other thing I always bear in mind, that when we ride our bikes, when we get a little overzealous, you got to remember the people's brains around us in the cars are all operating at about 70 kilometres an hour. In the 80 zone, in the 100 zone, their brains are operating at 90. Ours are operating at 110. So you can't expect cars around you who are operating at 80 or 90 to be able to have the same reaction times. I'm referring to things like lane, like filtering through traffic and stuff. A lot of people get themselves unstuck on the bikes doing that. I just don't do it in this thing, it's too flippin' big. A lot of things I see around Canberra, people on their bikes, not just guys, girls, ride far too close. Far too close to the car in front. It's not just bikes though, it's everyone in their cars as well. It's insane. What else? Yeah, so I'll always say to myself, not today. Today's a great ride. We're just dawdling around Canberra at the moment while we have a chat. Another one I do when I'm on the highway is when I relax. Once I hit built-up traffic, I hit the blinker button down here like that, boop. And as I'm entering into built-up areas, I know for the blinkers aren't on. How many times have you seen bike riders getting around town with the old left blinker going, or the right, cruising down the road with the blinker blaring away? So I use the opportunity of A, blinkers are off, and B, reset my brain. It resets my brain from Rancho Relaxo on the highway, enjoying the scenery and the smells, to, oh, it's time for a bit of business. It's time to just focus a little bit more. So yeah, hit the button, boop, reset. How you going down there? Yeah, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at you. Making sure you're paying attention. So, what else do we do to stay alive? I don't want to gob off too much because I don't want to tempt fate. As we all know, there's a fair bit of luck involved in riding. But as they say, the more you practice, the luckier you get. We had big floods here last week, peeps. This stretch over along here, this whole area here of Garran, it's called, got absolutely obliterated. As you can see here, now these drains have been here for years. Look at that, it's washed it out. That lump of concrete up there, the water level was up over that. Unbelievable. Just a big downpour. Just a big downpour. What else do I do? I've been driving, I've had my license, my car license for, good Lord, 40 years? 40? Well, maybe more. Had my bike licence for over 10, maybe 12, something like that. Roadcraft. It's the same thing, be it car or motorcycle, but I have to say the motorcycle's much easier. You can see more. I don't have big ass pillars in the way. They're looking out the side of the windscreen and stuff. The bike's vision's way better. But as we know, it's been visible to the other peeps out there that can bring us unstuck. I tend to position myself like so, left hand lane as much as possible, right hand side. Cars in front can see me in their rear vision mirror and side mirror. Years ago you'd hear blokes saying, oh, you don't ride in the middle of the lane like this. It's where all the oil is. It's like, yeah, maybe, but it's a lot smoother too. Yeah. As I hit bumps. Good riding weather today, peeps. It's nice and cool. 22 degrees. Beautiful. Anyone for croquet? It'll be in the Olympics soon. Let's go look for some traffic. A little bit of roadcraft in the traffic. Oh, roadcraft, there you go. These white, see the white paint on the ground? years ago, if you went over that shite in the wet, it would slip. It was slippery, but these days it's pretty good. I still not comfortable doing it though. So I try and avoid the white paint on the ground all the time. If I can. Let's go this way. We're heading into Canberra city central. All these city areas have been downgraded to 40 zones because everyone's either stupid, on their phone, or pickled. Either way, it's our responsibility to protect them from themselves. Again, I'm checking mirrors all around me. I'm quite happy and comfortable. When I ride, I try to do what I call staying out of the muck, staying away from cars as much as possible. I'm in no hurry to get up to the front at every friggin' intersection like some people. It doesn't make sense to me. You get to go like blazes and got clear road. Sure, when you get to the front, you got a nice clear path. And then you get to the back of the next pile of cars. Do it all again. It's like, God, stress yourself out. Do 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 do. She's a bit of a ghost town on the weekends around here. So a little bit of latte sipping going on. How you going down there? You still got charge? Get batteries. Getting a bit low. The 13s have got a new battery in them. It's a black one and it's different to all the other GoPros, so you can't use any of the GoPro batteries pre-13. It's yeah. But apparently it's got 4 times the juice. But what's the point of 4 times the juice if it's going to overheat? We'll see. So this is the main road of Canberra, Northbourne Avenue. So we're going to cross. There goes the tram. Look at that. It's a bit snazzy, isn't it? Yeah, I know, it's a tram. Whoopie-doo. Yeah, but it's costing us a fortune. Money we don't have. But we've all had that one before. We've had a big sook about it before. I love that sort of stuff, but we can't afford it. So, back to roadcraft. Back to roadcraft. Oh, tram lines, watch them. They're slippery buggers. More 40 zones. They're popping up everywhere. I've been practicing pulling up and putting both feet down on Bessie the last couple of rides because Mrs. Gibberer is coming for a few rides soon on the back. So it's a good practice when you've got a pillion to both feet down. Just reassure you of your balance. So we're going to do a little lap through, what's this joint called? Lonsdale Street. It's a bit of a foodie area now. Here we go. So, roadcraft peeps, I'm in the middle of the lane, not one side or the other, so that I've got good vision, everyone's got good vision of me. I can have a look at the Lamborghini. Yeah, so there's no surprises left or right. This is a good opportunity. I got my foot on the back brake. The old go slow shenanigans. It's unbelievable how much these things stabilise when you put a bit of revs on when you got the brake on, when you got the rear brake on. That's another good one to practice a lot. Jesus. A few nice cars about. Again, I just hit the button to be sure that I didn't have the old rainbow roundabout. Cost the Canberra taxpayers about 70 or 80 grand apparently. God bless them. Yeah, there's a few out and about. Should smell the food, peeps. Yeah, they've sexied this street up. Very nice. Just might want to move over here a bit so I don't ride into a opening door. Alright, let's go back out on the Northbourne Avenue. Very good. I deliberately do this just to practice my slow riding. Jesus, look at that scooter go. Jesus. It's doing friggin' 80. It's a 60 zone. Oh, God. Train tracks. Keep it square when you go over them. As I said, peeps, I'm no instructor, but as everyone knows who's been riding, you just gather knowledge and experience and see, like, what am I going to do here? This old mate, he wants to get over here, so I'm right over here in his mirror. There you go, see? Look at that. He wanted to come over here. I could see the body language of that vehicle. There you have it, mate. There's pole position for you. So see how I'm in the blind spot of that car next to me, alright? So I will never, I'll always get up next to him, get in their face. I'm happy to sit here because he knows I'm right here. This is what I mean by staying out of the muck. Here is a really good safe spot. There's no one next to me. Rancho Relaxo. Rancho Relaxo. So here I am, making my presence known to this fella. How you going? There's a red light up ahead, so there's nothing to gain out of me blasting up ahead there. Why risk it? So I'll just stay here and then just roll in. There's old mate there we've already met, so he knows I'm here. As we all know, every car on the road's got the music blaring, on the phone, talking smack to some friends, blah blah blah. They don't give a tinkers about us being here, so we're kind of got to look after ourselves, haven't we? So we do everything we can. Again, there's a bit of luck in it. And again, the more we practice, the luckier we seem to get. As we all know, we sometimes in a bit of a funny mood some days on the bike, and we push our luck a bit. As long as you get home and just express your gratitude to the motorcycle gods that you won't be doing that again for a while because you've used all your luck up for a couple of weeks, and be grateful. Be grateful. 70 zone. Let's go. What I have learnt over the years is how to relax on the bike. The day in that Pelican in Yass that nearly cleaned me up, I continued on my ride, and it didn't even, my heart rate didn't even pick up, which surprised me because it should have scared the shit out of me. And but it happened that quick that I didn't even have time to think about it. Just bang, muscle memory, bang, move, and continue on. And that surprised me. So I'm very grateful about that one. I'll tell you how close he got. I felt the front of the car on the side of my pants, on my leg. He just brushed me. That's ridiculous, isn't it? And you think, how's that possible when you got those big bloody lumpy engines sticking out the side of a GS? Yeah, I don't know. It could have been in my head, but I thought I felt it. Oh, look at that, peeps. 13's gone. See ya. In all fairness, though, the battery has it overheated, though. Shouldn't have. The battery was, well, she was only about 70%. So this is the main road out of Canberra. If we were heading to Sydney, it would go this way. So here again, peeps, this guy here on my left would love to get into this lane, but he knows I'm here, so why don't we just get that idea right out of his head without going through the speed camera at a rapid rate. And he moved over as soon as I went past. Now again, here's a good one for you. This is a 100 zone. The Grand Prix starts. So, I want to turn left up here, so all I'm going to do, I don't even want to get into the muck. I'll stay out of the muck. I'll just get over here. I don't need to participate in this Grand Prix today. Alright, welcome back. It's starting to look like the cockpit of a friggin' aeroplane. Look at the shit going on here. Unbelievable. I've just pulled over to put new batteries in. I just pulled into the gun club road just there, and all you could hear was boom, boom. You got to pray there's no ricochets along here. Blimey, Charlie. Roadcraft tip number 103. Keep your eye on the road. It's not easy though when you're out touring and you're looking at the scenery and you get all the beautiful smells. Very easy to go, oh, look at that. Oh, that's right. There's a corner coming. Yeah, you can't make that mistake and get away with it. Well, peeps, I hope somebody out there finds some little nuggets of gold in my little ride today. Everyone's different. We've all got the same goal. Stay alive. Oh, what is that smell? We've got the sewage treatment plant on the right and the fertiliser over there at the Canturf place. Or one or the other, or all of the above. Roadcraft, eh? What would you be on the lookout for along a stretch of road like this? Potentially loose gravel, dirt. Exactly. Common sense. You can't measure common sense. I've heard 1,000 times. You can't measure common sense. I'll tell you another thing I do is when I take off from the lights, all the cars on the road these days, they take off like a friggin' bullet out of a gun. Because they can. And so can we on the bikes. But they're all mostly autos. And especially the battery ones, those Teslas, friggin' hell. 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. I just take off nice and slow. Let the cars around me know, especially the guy behind me, hey mate, there's a motorcycle in front of you and I'm running gears. I've got a clutch to work with. I'm not in a race. And once I get into second gear, if you want to have a race, you're most welcome. But the initial takeoff, slow and steady. Don't go pushing me. I used to try and take off a lot, but it's like, Jesus Christ. You get bloody anxiety. So here, this is an experience. I know this road quite well. The right-hand lane over there merges with this one here. So there can be quite a schmozzle as cars are pushing each other all over the joint. So try not to have anyone next to you. When you know the roads, peeps, as everyone knows, it's much easier, but stay out of the muck. Stay out of the muck. This one here, this intersection here, a lot of cars zip across the road as fast as they can because sometimes you can get stuck there forever. If I approach that intersection, I make sure there is a motor vehicle close to me to use them as a little buffer. I don't leave a gap between that vehicle and myself where that car trying to cross the road may contemplate zipping along between the car and me. So as I approach, I will close that gap to eliminate any possible thought. That's what the game's all about. Roadcraft. Roadcraft, Latin for staying alive. I've noticed a significant increase in L-platers on bikes over the last few months, and I'll tell you why. It's cheaper. People are hurting and struggling, and it is a very economical way to travel, as we all know. Again, like that, peeps, on roundabouts, go slow. I'm not going to hurry for everyone. I just want to enjoy the ride.
There's no